Mr. Westberg is our second speaker, David Westberg, followed by Chris Jackins and Kay Slonin.
Good evening, members of the board. I'm David Westberg, a 34-year district employee. For 28 of those years, I've been representing the 700 members of the Operating Engineers Local 609 in the custodial, security, food services, grounds, and building operating departments. I've asked to speak here tonight on the ethics policy, which is on the agenda. Unfortunately, after 6 months here at the district, I can report that the city's program has been used and abused by remaining forces from the previous administration to do such things as settle old scores, stifle critics, and continue the culture they enjoyed here for years. In its first 6 months of operation, the sum total of the cases cracked so far has been that an evening custodian went home for dinner during his unpaid lunch half hour. The reason for this dog and pony window dressing is that these same directing forces are actually paid to ignore, obfuscate, and defend unethical actions daily. Take, for example, the next agenda item, the PERC finding. I know that legal and PR office have spun an airbrushed version of the case involved for public consumption tonight. What they won't tell you is the finding by the full commission contained the statement, quote, the employer materially altered the victim's performance evaluations to reflect negatively upon him, end of quote. And the victim was me taking the person's name out. The PR version makes it sound as if a piece of paper may have been honestly misplaced, when in truth, the principal at Hale High School and her director caused 3 forged and adulterated versions of the original to be produced and sent to those of us trying to assess and address a problem. The poor HR woman who compiles information can only pass on what she's given, and she did. Again, there were 4 different and distinct versions of the same evaluation produced at Hale High School, and district administrators sought to creatively retaliate against a staff member who objected to the principal's behaviors. This is the 5th such extraordinary ruling against the district in 6 years. That pretty clearly indicates an institution with ethical problems at its administrative core and not where the custodian spends his unpaid lunch period. Imagine having students at a school run like that. Then multiply that feeling by 90. And what has the district done about this? Why, not a thing, of course. Beyond the mandatory reading tonight required by law, in fact, the General Counsel's office has defended the action every step of the way. That's called enabling, and it shows no sign of ending. On the contrary, the same office directs ethical investigations. Now, I would say there is a number of ethical lapses involved in this case that will never be investigated. Even if they were, the folks directing the investigations are the same ones that have been defending lapses such as these. That's why any talk about Seattle schools and ethics remains oxymoronic. And until accountability becomes more than an empty phrase for lawyers to interpret it around here, it will simply continue. Remember the vast...
Your time is up, Mr. Westberg.
I'd like to say one nice thing. Remember, the vast majority, even some here tonight, of principals are honest and hardworking employees. And the only way a few bad apples reflect poorly on the rest of the barrel is if they are defended or simply left unaddressed to fester and rot, for want of a better word. Thank you.